I am a true operator, and that's what I really want to share, 2 frameworks with you guys. How to operationalize your business, your time, so you can operationalize your business. It's what I've done the last decade to put me in the position that I'm in today. And then number 2, we'll talk about some of the social media stuff, how you can become a clips machine and why that is the most important thing that you should be doing in your business right now in terms of marketing and media. So let's start with the time. Let's get real serious on an internal discussion where we're spending our time. I know for me in 2012, when I really wanted to get going, when everybody doubted me, everybody who's gotten into real estate knows about this. Somebody that says, I thought about getting into real estate, but so-and-so did it and they failed, and the 87% failure rate, and we've all heard it before, like everybody fails in real estate and you can't do it. And even family members will doubt you until they don't anymore. But they'll doubt you because they know you. They knew me. I was bankrupt. I was the guy every single Sunday who would have everybody come to my house. We'd start at like 11. We'd roll up the J-bombs. We'd get the beer going and we'd watch football all day long, right? From 11 a.m. we'd start and we'd go all the way through the night game. And I'd spend my whole Sunday doing that. But when I got into real estate, my back was to the wall. I wanted it more than I wanted to breathe. I had to do it. So Sundays became my Super Bowl for my business. I stopped golfing for 5 years. I stopped watching football with my friends, and I love football. Like, I played football my whole life. I love it. But I was committed to the business. So I figured out, where am I spending my time? My friends are still doing the same thing today. They're 40 years old, 39 years old, and they're sitting in their basements, drinking Bud Light, smoking weed, watching football all day long. That's what they're doing. And guess what? They're all still working the same place they've worked the last 20 years. I love these dudes. I would do anything for them. But me spending every single day with them is going to make me the average of them, right? We've all heard that cliche, but that cliche exists for a reason. If I'm spending every single Sunday with them, my time, and not committing it to my business, that's what I will be, no doubt about it. And so that was the first thing I did, was I got rid of anything that wasn't going to put me on this level. Who do I want to be tomorrow? And I put it all into work. I put it all into getting around people who were ahead of me, who were thinking way bigger than me, who weren't just out there like I was at 19, rolling the dice, making all these risks, but who had actually figured something out. And then I started realizing that I can actually build a business if I do it with other people. And so I'm gonna talk a little bit about team structure. I would argue that everybody in this room needs to be a team. The solo agents right now are like, okay, I'm checking out. I promise you, what I mean by everybody needs to be a team is you can remain a solo agent, but build a team around you. A photographer could be a team member. A virtual assistant could be a team member. You're not going to get your time to really build something special unless you start thinking in this manner. So there's really 2 kind of teams. There's a big scale team like I've done in Connecticut, or there's, I'm gonna build around me. It could be a showing agent, could be an assistant. And then how many people are like team leaders? So all 3 of those should be thinking team. If I'm on a team, I'm using the team resources. I'm trying to get my business to a certain level where I can even build that around me. Team leader better be providing the resources, better be figuring out how to really support that agent, give them the vision of tomorrow, stay around the next corner. That's what I always like to talk about. Like, there's no point in staying on a team if we're not around the next corner. And then the solo agent, again, how am I building that infrastructure around me to get more of my time back? Is that transaction paperwork taking up the majority of your time right now in this market? Here's the big mistake a lot of people make. I'm gonna go hire my first VA, I'm gonna go hire my first assistant, and I'm gonna have them call my database. Why? So you can be the transaction coordinator? Why? You could have somebody call your lead so that you're gonna be sitting there doing the transaction paperwork, so that you can negotiate an inspection. Wow, you really get paid for that? You don't. That deal's gonna either happen or it's not. You're at the inspection phase. The deal's happen or not. The buyer and the seller are either committed to the deal or they're not. It's not your money, it's not your dirt, it's not your mortgage, it's theirs. They're either gonna be committed to the deal or not.